79 years old now. Most mornings I wake up before the sun, not because I need to, but because sleep doesn't hold me the way it used to. When the house is quiet and my bones are loud, the truth comes back to me, steady and unavoidable. My name is Thomas Calder. I've lived a long life, and I've learned that length and fullness are not the same thing. I'm telling this now because I don't have the luxury of pretending there will be a better time to say it. At 79, you start to feel the edges of things. Conversations end quicker. Friends' names disappear from your address book and never get replaced. You notice how often people speak to you in a softer voice, like you might break. The world keeps moving, but it doesn't wait for you to catch up. I don't tell this story to be understood. I don't expect forgiveness. I'm telling it because it's mine, and because I carried it quietly for so long that the weight has shaped my entire life. I came out as a man late, so late that people assume it must have been easier by then. They imagine clarity arrives with age. It doesn't. All that arrives is less time to live with the consequences. For most of my life, I was someone else. Not in the dramatic way people picture, but in the slow, ordinary way that makes a lie feel like a routine. I learned early how to be useful, agreeable, and quiet. I learned what was expected of me and did it well enough that no one asked questions. I married young. That was the order of things. I had children because that was what came next. I worked steadily, paid bills, showed up to school events, sat through dinners I didn't know how to be present for. I wasn't miserable every day. That's important to say. I laughed. I took pride in providing. I told myself this was what contentment looked like. I didn't think of myself as brave or cowardly. I thought of myself as responsible. There were people depending on me, and I took that seriously. In my 20s and 30s, I believed adulthood was about endurance. You kept going. You didn't ask too much of life. There were moments, though, small ones that didn't announce themselves as warnings. Catching my reflection in a shop window and feeling a flicker of recognition that scared me. Hearing someone use a man's name and feeling it land in my chest like it belonged there. None of it felt actionable. It felt dangerous. Back then, there weren't words that felt safe to say out loud. Or maybe there were, but I didn't believe they were meant for someone like me. I had already built a life. I told myself that meant the choice had been made. So I adjusted. I learned how to disappear inside my own days. I focused on schedules, on groceries, on keeping the roof sound and the car running. I told myself that everyone gives something up. This was just mine. The cost didn't arrive all at once. It never does. It crept in through the years in ways that were easy to excuse. I missed myself. That's the simplest way to put it. I moved through rooms without feeling like I belonged in them. My children grew up knowing me as steady but distant. I was there, but not fully. I see that now. At the time, I thought I was protecting them from confusion, from pain. I didn't realize how much of myself I was withholding. There were conversations I delayed, questions I answered halfway. When my wife asked if I was happy, I said I was tired. That was true, but it wasn't the whole truth. I didn't know how to give her the rest without blowing everything open. Years passed like that. Promotions came, birthdays, funerals, the ordinary markers of a life that looks complete from the outside. Inside, something kept tightening. The turning point wasn't dramatic. It wasn't a sudden revelation. It was a hospital room. My wife, pale and smaller than she had ever been, sleeping with a machine doing part of her breathing. The doctor spoke softly, like volume could change outcomes. Sitting there, I realized how many years I had spent assuming there would be more time to explain, more time to be honest, more time to become myself without hurting anyone. That illusion fell apart in that chair. She recovered, but something in me didn't go back to its place. I started to understand that survival and living are not the same thing. I started to see how much of my life had been built around postponement. It still took years after that. I don't want to pretend I was quick once I knew. Fear doesn't loosen its grip just because clarity shows up. I was in my 70s when I finally said the words out loud to myself without flinching. Coming out at that age doesn't look like it does in the stories people tell. There were no celebrations, no sense of arrival. There was paperwork, awkward silences, long pauses on the phone where no one knew what to say next. My family didn't take it well. Some tried, in their way. But love has limits when it's built on an idea of who someone is supposed to be. Others walked away entirely. They said I had lied to them. They said I was selfish. I understood why they felt that way. Losing them didn't happen in a single moment. It happened in missed calls, in holidays that went quiet, in photographs I was no longer asked to be in. The absence was slow and thorough. What I gained was quieter. I gained the ability to look in the mirror and not feel like I was borrowing someone else's life. I gained a kind of peace that doesn't make noise. It doesn't fix what's broken, but it stops the constant friction inside. There are things that can't be repaired. I won't pretend otherwise. I won't walk my daughter down the aisle. I won't be the person my grandchildren ask for stories. Those losses are real, and they ache in ways I don't have words for. I don't regret becoming myself. I regret how long I believed I had to wait. I regret how many years I spent convincing myself that duty and silence were the same as love. If you're listening to this, I don't know where you are in your life. I don't know what you're carrying quietly. I only know that time doesn't announce when it's running out. It just keeps moving. I'm not asking you to make the same choices I did. I'm only saying that postponement has a cost, and it collects interest. You don't feel it at first. You feel it later, when the rooms are quiet and the names on your phone stop answering. I'm 79 years old now. Most mornings I wake up before the sun, not because I need to, but because sleep doesn't hold me the way it used to. When the house is quiet and my bones are loud, the truth comes back to me, steady and unavoidable. I have peace now. It sits beside the loss, not instead of it. That's the truth of it. At 79, I'm still learning how to live with both. There isn't a triumphant ending to this. There's just honesty, finally spoken. The rest of my time is limited, and I feel that clearly. I spend my days simply as myself, and that will have to be enough. If this meant something to you, sit with it for a moment. That's all.